But anyway, my book is not going to be like Dickens or Shakespeare. So it's about my life as a Celtic supporter, just following them around, the assorted religious problems and bigotry that I suffered as a result, and just mental stories. There's a few good GamesMaster stories in there. So it's my football memoirs, basically. It's coming out in May that I'm trying to write.
Have you got a title for it yet, or?
It is called Celtic and Me: Confessions from the Jungle by Dominik. The Jungle was the classic old Celtic stand.
Well, the second that it's out on Amazon, we're going to put a link to it on the site, okay?
Do you know what? That'll make all the difference. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Sell 10,000 copies for that big percentage of the royalties to kick in. I can tell her now that it's safe.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We get at least, would you say 10,000 listeners, Tony? A million? At least.
Million, yeah.
Million. Yeah. Slightly less than 10,000, but not an inconsiderate amount, definitely. And then they will all be really pleased to be listening to you right now.
A big question is, are you still playing games? Is this something that you've just left behind you? It's like, I'm done with that now. Or,
still playing the Spectrum.
You said you have a Wii, but do you have any other consoles other than just a Wii?
Oh, I've still got absolutely everything. I don't have the Xbox 360 because I gave that.
What?
I know. No, this was a really silly. I gave my Xbox 360 to my brother when I left the UK.
Okay, understandable.
He was skint, and I said, "Well, look, take my Xbox 360. You can either give it to your son as a Christmas present or sell it."
Right.
He sold.
I
know, which was very annoying because it meant that I couldn't play the latest GTA game, which was annoying. Because
I hear they sell Xboxes in Canada.
They do, but yeah, it's a lot of chicken feed.
Very true. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a poor farmer these days. Well, not that poor, but I'm still a farmer. But basically, I've got a bizarre schizophrenic attitude to video games these days. I only really, really enjoy them if I can make some kind of grand emotional connection with them and with a storyline. But at the same time, I dread games like that because I just get obsessive and I have to finish them, and then that's like a week taken out, which 3 small children, poor immigrant in a new land, etc., you can't do. So things like when GTA 4 came out, I mean, that was it for 2 weeks. I did nothing. I genuinely did nothing apart from play that game. Things like Call of Duty as well.
Yeah.
Bang, that's a week gone. And at the same time, because I've got like my oldest daughter Molly is 11, and she plays all this sim crap and everything that I just can't get my head round. But we are sluts for PlayStation Live, and your little the 3-on-3 NHL downloadable game, the Pain, Ragdoll Kung Fu.
Also, at least you do have a PS3 then. That's great.
Oh yeah. And so we play all the kind of quick games on that. I got Fallout 3 for Christmas last year. I started to play it shortly after we moved here, and it sucked away 48 hours, and I literally had to throw it away into the corner like I would a wrap of cocaine.
Be gone!
Satan. So, I mean, that's sitting there, and I was thinking the other day, because I finally got my work permit in Canada, and okay, well, I write a column in the paper here, and radio stations over here have been in touch and said, do you want to come and do odd bits for us? I thought, well, I came here to try and do something new, and I like the whole idea of growing my own veg, and that's been good. And I thought, well, let's try a new career. And I went to a job fair, and it was very depressing. It was all stuff like, it was just like what I call Mick jobs. It was all like call centres and factories and everything. And I thought, but
temping.
See if I did a 9-to-5 job, right? That would mean I could actually just come home and unplug and just play Fallout 3.
Yeah.
And then not have to worry about anything else until I clocked in for work.
The joys of being a normal person.
Yeah, so it does kind of have that appeal. I'll tell you what I hate. What I hate with an absolute passion. What I will never, ever, ever put my fingers round again.
Working for McDonald's?
To do with Guitar and Hero.
Oh, man. Does this also include rock and band?
A rock hero, rock band, anything band.
Oh, Dom, you're breaking my balls.
But why is this?
Because it's evil. Because
okay, right, you're going to have to argue a bit further than that, because we love the rock band.
That is killing a future generation of guitar players. As kids pick that up, and they play and they go, hey, brilliant, I can play Metallica on this. And then they pick up a real guitar, and they go, oh, actually, it's nothing like this. And then they throw that real guitar away.
Dominic,
So-
are you telling me that the kids with genuine musical talent and inclination will not be able to play guitar? What we're losing is the incompetent guitarists. Only the Eddie Van Halens are going to get through. So as far as I'm concerned, it's more like training. And, if you can't get past boot camp, then, and also with the drumming, the market is now flooded with competent drummers.
Hey, I'm going to be a DJ soon.
But I'm a guitarist, and I honestly think that we're destroying a future generation of guitarists with Guitar Hero. I hate it.
We could do a whole show.
We should do a whole show on that.
Get back for that one, yeah.
Obviously, like a lot of things I say it with no factual evidence backed by mere assumption.
We need some charts. We need to see how many new guitarists have emerged onto the market in the past few years. But, if the Jonas brothers are anything to go by.
If there is any correlation, I would doubt very much, because the two disciplines are just so completely and utterly different.
I would say the opposite is actually true. I would say that the kids are now playing the Beatles, whereas they would never have been interested in them before. I'd say it's probably only a small portion of the market, really, of the kids that are into the Beatles. But, one of the podcasts I was listening to the other day, he took his kid to the doctors, and the kid was really nervous because he had to get an injection, and he was, mumbling and singing to himself, and he was like, try to see it my way, and a little, 6-year-old kid who would never have been into the Beatles without this. Yeah. So I think it brings old music, which would otherwise disappear, back to the kids. And put it like this, rap music has just begun to subside in favour of rock music, and I think Guitar Hero is in no small part of that particular wave.
We shall agree to disagree.
Okay, no problem.
The other thing I still play, which I'm a complete slut to, is Pro Evo. In any incarnation. After the last Pro Evo, I was considering ditching it for FIFA this year, because everyone said, FIFA 9
was 10.
Yeah, FIFA 10 and 9, they're better.
But, I played both the demos. This is another reason why I love PS3 and the whole PS Live community. And I think that whole way of being able to download demos and stuff is just, from a farm in Nova Scotia is fantastic.
Yeah.
I played them both. I can see how FIFA would reward more long-term play, getting ready, when you learn the tricks and everything. But there's something about Pro, even in the 10 incarnation, that feels more natural to me. Basically, FIFA 9 and FIFA 10, it's like trying a new sexual position. I'm sure it'll be, way, but part of you thinks it's just a bit awkward to get into.
I couldn't put it better myself, but it's the other way around. I used to be a huge Pro Evo fan, so I know where you're coming from.
Believe me, he was never going to touch FIFA again, but...
It lost its way, unfortunately. But, each their own.
Well, I'm going to see if we can club together and get you sent FIFA 10. Seriously, just for coming on, because I think you deserve it, mate.
The other game thing that absolutely took over me a few weeks ago, and this was no longer than that, a few months ago now, was and this ties in with this whole emotional connection thing. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor on the DS.
A short game, Jesus. Yeah.
Oh, just blew my mind. In a way that an RPG hasn't done since Final Fantasy VII, And I think I was looking for something to play on the DS, because I realised that as a dad of 3, that really is your machine. That's the only machine you ever have time to play. Because it's basically when you're sitting waiting for kids coming out from soccer. Sorry, football practice.
Thank you.
And, or you're having a dump or something. That's why the DS is your handset of choice.
Remind me never to play your DS.
So I started playing this game because it had great reviews online, and I'm like, hang on a sec, you've got Armageddon, you've got technology, you've got religion, and you've got this incredible band of people you emotionally connect with. I thought it was one of the most amazing cultural experiences of my life in the last 10 years. I thought that was an absolutely phenomenal game. I loved it, apart from when I got right up to the final battle, and with a lot of games I'm just like, just forget. Why? Why'd you make it so stupidly hard? Why'd you make it so you've got to really just remorselessly grind through like 7 big bads in a row? I hate that.
Well, if I can make one suggestion to you, get your PS3 and play Uncharted 2. If you were after a good story...
Oh, Uncharted 2.
Just get Uncharted and Uncharted 2 and see how far we come.
I like Uncharted 1 a lot.
Excellent. Well,
Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2, I'm thinking Game of the Year at the moment on that one. Last serious question. If GamesMaster was, hypothetically, to return to the TV, how do you think it could stay afloat today?